Heyo everybody, Haku here with my read-through for The Promised Neverland chapters 26, 27, 28, and 29. I'm excited, we're back on The Promised Neverland week, and at the end of last chapter, chapter 25, there were four really good ones last time, and now Crone's one of my favorite characters, but also dead. But yeah, I loved the last four, but we found out that Norman, his date of shipment has been assigned, and he may be dying. I could totally see it happen. Like I've been saying for a long time, he's had the most death flags on him. But also Emma's leg is broken now, and she was one of the most physically capable people in their entire group. So with her leg broken, that makes it super hard for them to escape. Really, Isabella kind of made her choice to stop this. She broke Emma's leg. She's going to ship out Norman, and that's going to completely destroy Ray because his only goal was to keep the two of them safe. So once the two of them are no longer safe, Emma's leg's broken, and Norman is dead, then she's kind of won. All three of them will be taken out. One physically, one emotionally, mentally, and one quite literally just gone. So, bad news on the horizon, and it'll be interesting to see how they actually manage to get away with this, because now everything's out in the open. The secrets aren't really very secret anymore. She knows who they are, and she kind of knows how to stop them. So, the test that they're going through has just gotten a lot more difficult. Also, in addition to that, next week is Beastar's week, but the week after next, presuming I don't get a week off, I really hope I don't have to take a week off. But that means the week after next, I'm going to be doing 2 videos in the week, because there is the 5 parts, like Execution Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, and Part 5. Is that what it was called, Execution? All I remember is there's 2, and then there's 5 that are part of the same thing. And when we have chapters that are apart, I want to read them all together. So whenever we have something like that and it doesn't fit neatly into the 4-chapter format, I will either do an extra long video or I'll do 2 videos that week. And since 7 chapters I think might be a little bit too long to put in one video together, because it is a very dialogue heavy series, so there's always a lot to discuss. Because of that, I think 7 chapters might be too long for a single video. So what I'm going to do is on the normal day of Wednesday, and sorry again, I've been behind, but I'm desperately catching up. On Wednesday, I'll do the next 2 chapters after these, so 26, 27, 28, 29. So chapters 30 and 31, I guess, I will do on Wednesday, and then either that Thursday through that Sunday, sometime Thursday through Sunday that week, I'll have a second read through up the same week where I'll do chapters 32, 33, 34, and 35, and 36, whatever the 5 parts of Execution. So, yeah, 2 videos for the next time I do The Promised Neverland read through. But either way, let's start with 26 going through 29. So, yeah, we have 26, I Want to Live, giving me One Piece vibes there. Okay, so let me check my recording. All is good, and we're here with The Promised Neverland, Chapter 26, I Want to Live. Imagining seeing you again tomorrow with that big smile on your face. Oh, I'm so sad. It's Norman's point of view with everybody looking at him smiling, and of course Emma in the center. Oh, this is going to be rough. And I think if he does die, it might not be until Execution, and that's why it's titled that. But who knows? Or he can escape. Hopefully, somehow they can all escape. We'll see how things go. Okay. So, Norman. Death is closing at their doorstep. Closing in at their doorstep, I guess they mean. Is going to get shipped out. And they all look shocked and demoralized. And of course, we just have the calm look on Isabella's face. Oh man, Emma's leg is all messed up. Mama, what happened to Emma's leg? Says Ray. It's completely broken. In fact, I was the one who broke it. And then, of course, Gilda and Don look completely shocked, and Ray is pissed the fuck off. Don't worry, I broke it very cleanly, so it'll heal perfectly and completely with time. But she has to stay in bed for a while. I'd say at least a month or two. So yeah, she's completely ruined everything and completely destroyed Ray's plans in the past few chapters. I hope she'll heal before your birthday, Ray. This bitch, he thinks. Norman, make sure to hand that bag over to me as well. Our ropes, they think. Now, children, let's all head back to the house. And she picks up Emma. Man, everything is fucked. All at once. Everything is fucked. Whoa, and we see the other children seeing Emma. Emma? Okay. This is interesting seeing some of their reactions, because I wonder, Phil is supposed to be a genius if he's going to figure anything out, and this one kid looks worried like he's sweating, so does he know something? We see Ray, Gilda, and Don now sitting around the well. She took our ropes. Norman's about to get shipped, says Don. Emma has a leg and can't, of course she has a leg. Emma has a broken leg and can't move. The plan was for us to complete the investigation and prepare to escape soon. But what now? We'll make sure Emma's leg gets better as quickly as possible. We can make new ropes, too. We'll manage to escape, and I'll make sure we do, says Ray. Aw, man. The man's is pissed. But right now, we need to focus on Norman. But why? Why Norman of all people, says Gilda. It's not like they found out about our plan, right? Yeah, it's weird, says Don. If higher scores equate to higher quality, shouldn't Mama be concerned about saving Norman for last? Exactly. Normally this situation just wouldn't make sense. Not just that. This way was too unexpected, he thinks. In either case, the fact still remains that the headquarters have ordered for Norman's death. Ordered. I've gotten note of the next shipping date, so she already knew back then. Damn it. She's eliminated Crone, cut ties with me, and broken Emma's leg. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do to you all. All for the sake of this. For the sake of being loyal to the HQ by shipping Norman out on time. Shipping Norman out? Circumstances have changed, so this is what she was talking about. And he's trying to think back and gather as much information as he can. But I still can't believe it. To think that even Sister Crone would get eliminated. And we have Gilda and then Don. We literally just saw her before noon, alive and well. She was smiling like any normal person and doing stuff like laundry. But now, her living body no longer exists anywhere in this world. And they're getting confronted with death. No way. Will the same thing happen to Norman by the end of tomorrow? And Norma sitting by Emma's bedside. Emma, I was in so much pain, but now I can't even feel anything in my leg, she thinks. And she's imagining Norman with the flower stuck through him. And despairing, no, Norman's going to die. Man, the art is just so on point. But he's alive right now, right in front of me, breathing, blood flowing through his veins and making his hands warm like this. Sorry if I'm misspeaking a lot. I've been a bit sick and I can't breathe through my nose at all, and I think it's just really throwing me off. Like, whenever I try to breathe through my nose, it's like really forced. Don't worry. The only thing she took from us is the ropes. She still has no idea about our true plans yet. Your leg will heal soon too. Our plans will succeed. No, I don't care about that right now, she's thinking. Wait here. I'll go get you a glass of water. I love Emma's facial expression so much. I can't. I have to think. What can I possibly do? Sorry, my nose itches a lot. To keep Norman alive. Emma! And two of the kids run in. Did you hurt your leg? How pathetic of me, he thinks. To think that I'd cause Emma to make a face like that. How pathetic of me. And he gets the water. That I so desperately want to continue on living. I've already made up my mind. I won't let them die. At least that's what I thought. I want to live. I don't want to die. With everyone. With Emma. I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. And he kneels down. Man. hitting everybody so hard. So what are we gonna do? At this rate, Norman's gonna... And we have Don and Ray. Of course, we're gonna free him, no matter what, says Ray. We'll make him escape. We won't let them take him, thinks Emma. I won't let him die. There's absolutely no way I will. And back to Ray. We still have a day left. We'll make sure he escapes before tomorrow night. But the problem here is that he himself will refuse to leave. I can't escape on my own, he thinks. If I do that, there's a risk that Emma or Ray, who are both also full scores, may be shipped out in place of me. Even if that doesn't happen, once somebody escapes, there's no doubt they'll maximize security around this place. There's practically no second chance for escape. I can't leave them here. That's why Emma wants to take everyone with us in the first place. If I don't leave before tomorrow night, I will die. Still, 1, if I escape alone, everyone else will die. But 2, we can't try to all escape tomorrow either, considering Emma's injury. So of course the only action left for me to take is 3, to stay here and accept my fate. In other words, I have no choice but to resolve to die tomorrow. What a cunning woman. This is precisely why she planned to break Emma's leg from the get-go. The fact that she came prepared with bandages gives it all away. But we won't give up on the grand escape with something like this. Things are already not going her way. I have 1 day left to absolutely destroy Mama's plans. So I like this. He hasn't given up yet. He has 1 day left to sort of replan. I'll make full use of this life of mine and ensure that the escape is a success. Emma, he says, walking in, we have to talk. Henry is waiting. Sit down, bud. We have to talk. Fight the waves of despair. We won't let you die. Norman, tomorrow we're going to have you escape alone. And of course, hopefully they think of a better plan than that. So right now we're getting into chapter 27. That was good, of course it always is. It's just this slow build and a lot of planning and dialogue and character work. But now we have the Promised Neverland. When captured, even birds can forget how to fly. Chapter 27, We Won't Let You Die. Okay, and I like how the birds here are faceless and pure white, kind of like Norman's design. And we have all the kids running back in the background as he's facing forward, kind of yearning for freedom. But I think they can pull this off somehow. Norman, you need to escape by yourself. Tomorrow at noon, says Ray. Live on, my friend. And then Norman smiles. I'm sorry, but I know. They both cut him off. Listen here. To be more specific, we want you to pretend to escape tomorrow. And he hands him a stool? Huh? We'll disable your tracker, and you can pretend that you've left us. However, in reality, we'll have you hiding within house grounds until Emma's leg heals. That's actually a very good plan, actually. And on the day we can all finally escape together, we'll have you come with us. Until then, you'll be gone from the house, so you're free to leave and investigate whenever you'd like. Since you don't exist, we won't have any issues meeting back up with you either. Okay. But, even if it's all a lie, if they think I've successfully made my escape, the security around here will... No problem, says Ray. Judging from the way this house works, I highly doubt they'll be able to change too much in terms of security. The way this house works, says Norman? 1. This house values the mental and physical health of its products before death. 2. This house does everything it can to hide its secrets. The first rule is maintained in order to help the brain reach its full potential of development. For the brain to fully develop, not only must one be raised with a good education, but also with a healthy amount of love and physical exercise. The minimum requirement for any product that comes out of the Gracefield house is cage-free, healthy, and raised with love. The second rule is maintained for similar reasons. Those demons would never dare intentionally show themselves to us. 1, obviously because any sane kid would run if they saw anything like them, but also because controlling the children with fear won't get them the right kind of quality brains. That's why they go out of their way to hire humans to take care of us. That's why they go out of their way to make up this elaborate imaginary setting for us to live in. From this, we can gather that those demons won't be able to take away much, if any, of the freedom we already currently have. They won't be able to make any obvious changes to the house grounds in order to restrain us. Heck, they won't even be able to increase the height of the wall surrounding the place much, since it might stress the kids out if they look outside and all they can see in the distance is a huge wall. That's all totally right, but there's nothing saying that they won't just replace Norman with somebody else. If anything at all, they'll increase the number of caretakers keeping their eyes on us. That's nothing at all. We can deal with it. No, we will deal with it. And Norman looks concerned. But what if they raise the height of the wall just enough so that we won't be able to use any kind of rope to get over it anymore? Then what? You could just build a ladder for us or something while you're in hiding, says Ray, since technically you'll be gone from this house at this point. Oh yeah, thinks Emma. What if they implant even higher tech trackers into your bodies, says Norman. If they do, at least we'll know where they are this time. We can effectively get rid of them whenever we need. And then we see the thoughts of him getting one in the arm and knowing it's there. New trackers are useless against us because we already know that they exist. You know all of this already. Quit coming up with one excuse after the other. In any case, there's no need for you to die right now. It's clear that accepting your fate isn't your only option left at this point. We'll get you food. We'll definitely make sure to keep you hidden. The security increase won't be much for us to handle. I also still have a trump card I'm saving that can be used to defeat Mama. So live. Pretend to escape. With our plan I can't, Ray. I can't. It's no good. A security increase isn't the only thing that's bound to happen if I do. If I run away, there's an incredibly high chance that either Ray or Emma will get shipped out instead of me. Having one of you die in place of me is the last thing I would ever wish for. And the two of them, of course, both look upset at him. Thank you. It's all right. I've already thought through this. I must be the one to go tomorrow. I'll let them take my life, but in exchange, I won't let them take anything else from me. I have absolutely no intentions of losing. I will win. I'll make sure this escape will be successful. That's all I want. That's all I need. Liar, thinks Ray. Of course you don't want to die. I won't let you. Can't have things go that way. I won't let you all walk straight to your deaths. This was my goal. Ever since. And he clenches his fist. But in the end, Emma got her leg broken, and now Norman's about to get shipped out. No way. Quit messing around. This isn't. With all of this happening, what the hell were the past 6 years of my life? I'm sorry. One of you two might get shipped out in place of me. With that injury, stakes of Emma getting shipped out are incredibly low. If anybody, I would be the one to replace Norman, Ray thinks. If only I could figure out a way to avoid that. No, if I don't figure out a way soon, Norman will. Then, how about you break your leg too, Ray? Says Emma. And they both look over. You're fine with that, right? Join me, Ray. Then she smiles at him. Emma, what are you? Well, you see, since I'm so severely injured, I just don't think they'd dare ship me out right now. Remember what the demons were saying at the gate. Not even the tip of her finger, you think. You idiot, she's an incredibly valuable product. We're valuable merchandise to them. We have to be in perfect condition when we're shipped. If anyone, Ray would be the backup. So if Ray gets injured just as badly as me, I bet they wouldn't ship either of us out. That's just... And if this is set up, it's kind of set up, if this happens, that either Gilda could be the next out. They could be like, oh, you thought this was a good plan, no, we're shipping Gilda. Or it could be Phil. We could have had all this set up of Phil being a genius and them needing a high quality product for whatever's coming soon, that they use Phil, and it's all been set up for that. So you can kind of see the groundwork for something to happen. But there are so many subversions and changes from chapter to chapter that who knows if we'll even be going that direction in a few chapters. That's just... And then Ray starts laughing. You're damn right. Ray? Alright, time to break some bones, he says. But don't you think my arm would suffice? Oh yeah, then go with your arm, please, says Emma. And then Norman is just completely shook. Wait, hold on. There's no guarantee that either of you will be safe just because of a broken limb. Then we'll just get really sick, says Emma. She's saying that they wouldn't want their product to be riddled with some weird virus. Says Ray. Breaking a bone really hurts and getting sick feels horrible, but you can deal with it, right? Yep. No, says Norman. Even if that doesn't work, we'll just think of something else and manage to solve the problem. Why, you both are nuts. You can't just... What are you saying? Anything's better than you dying, Norman, says Emma. Didn't you say, Norman? Let's all escape from this place? I need you to be part of that all, Norman. I don't care that things aren't going as planned right now. Death was never and will never be a part of our plans. It's okay. We'll all escape from this place. Come on, say that you'll live with us, Norman. Yeah. And they all three are together. This is too feelsy. I do not trust. Well, it's decided. Tomorrow you'll pretend to climb over the wall and escape. I'll also get the investigation over with then, he says, pulling out binoculars. It's better to get it out of the way before they reinforce the security. Agreed, says Emma. I highly doubt they have a lot of people stationed on the lookout. Anyway, there was something in particular that's been bothering me. Speaking of, Ray, I already asked you this before, but... How did you find out about the secret of this house? I mean, there's really no way to tell under normal circumstances. Just how did you come to find the truth? How about that? Well, and we see three of them at the bars as children. I already knew from the start. The big reveal is coming up. Oh shit. I'm so excited. Like, I want to keep reading so much. So we have the Promised Neverland, Chapter 28, Lying Low. Oh man, I'm so hyped. And we have all of them now with a map all covered to hide from the rain. This is going to be so good. I'm so excited, and it's going to be terrible when I have to wait another 2 weeks. But at least we do 7 chapters next time. The beginning of this escape plan, about to come to light. Ray, when and how did you find out about the secret of this house? I knew from the beginning. Huh? That's right. This house is so peaceful and happy. There's no way anyone would find out about its secret under normal circumstances. Do you two know about childhood amnesia? Nope. What is it? And he sits down on the end of the bed. How far back in your childhood can you two recall? My oldest memories must be from when I was 3 or 4 years old. Me too. Thought so. People naturally tend to forget all their memories from when they were infants and toddlers. This is what's also known as childhood amnesia. But apparently, there are incredibly rare cases where this phenomenon doesn't happen to some people. Ray, it can't be that the starting point of this escape plan. I still remember things from back when I was an infant, he says. My very first memories is of being in the darkness, enveloped in a warm liquid. I remember hearing my mother's voice. I vaguely remember hearing parts of a lullaby. I never saw my parents. All I remember are the small pieces. Oh, and we have these small pieces. We see the grandmother and the demons and the pregnant woman. And it must be some sort of breeding farm. And we see him being raised as a toddler by mothers. That would eventually lead me to solving this puzzle. Next 5, reads out the grandmother. And they're putting the trackers in. Oh! So wait, shouldn't he have known the tracker was in the air? Either way, moving along. We were eventually split into groups of 5. But, maybe he just didn't remember that part, or he didn't understand it. Later, I was brought here through a dark tunnel. Okay, he remembers that. You remember about the entire year before you were brought here? Yeah. Wait, but that means that beyond those gates, what awaits us isn't the outside world, but headquarters, he says. I was always bothered by how my own memories didn't match up with the reality I was living in. As soon as I became literate, I finally understood everything that was going on. My memories aren't made up. This is no mere orphanage. Okay. It was the reality we lived in that was in fact all made up. Okay, so once he became literate and started reading, he would notice that what he's living doesn't match up with what he's remembering, and it also doesn't quite match up to the way that books work, because he's trapped there and he has the barcode and everything. Or not barcode, but the numbers. I finally decided to ask Mama on my 6th birthday. Mama looked shocked for a single moment, and in that moment, I knew that my hypothesis was correct. What will you do now? Kill me? Mama, I want to make a trade with you. That's all there is to it. Oh, and we see scratches on the back of his ear as a kid. That's all there is to it. What do you mean, that's all? He didn't just suffer 6 years, he's been suffering for his entire... thinks Emma. I was going to tell you either way when I figured that you would match everything within the criteria. Just give up on taking everybody, he thinks. Criteria? Thinks Emma. And I'm sure you picked up from that story just now. Huh? Beyond the gates lies the headquarters, and we have Norman thinking. But the only difference is that we aren't located in plantation number 3. There are 5 branches. The adults will swarm in as soon as they find out someone escaped. This Gracefield house consists of the headquarters and its 5 separate branches. Okay, so that's why they said a Gracefield house, because there are 5 of them. And they're all connected to headquarters, and then there's probably an even greater world outside of that we don't know about. Crossing those gates won't get us any freedom. As soon as we emerge on the other side, we'll be greeted by countless adults and demons. Okay, so there's that, and even if they escape from everybody at Gracefield House number 5, that means there are still children stuck at houses 1 through 4, and we don't even know if there are other plantations that aren't Gracefield House. Man, this world is just so intricate and good. It's so cool. Isn't that bad enough? Or isn't that bad though, says Emma? Hold on. Did I miss anything? Sorry, yeah. Isn't that bad though? No. This is precisely why the security here is so lax, and why it will continue to remain lax. That's why they can afford to make all of this work, and why I'm so confident that nothing about this will change. We've gone off on a tangent, but back on topic. Either way, you have no need to get freaked out. Just disable your tracker and hide yourself within the forest. Use this, says Ray. Then he throws something to him. Just put it up against your ear and press the button. That should be able to disconnect your tracker. With this device, we can render the trackers useless without Mama getting notified. I thought they were just going to cut them out and toss them. Or something. Did you make that out of the camera? Not just the camera. I've gotten various parts of this device from all kinds of junk I've collected from Mama as rewards for being good to her. All I needed from that camera was the strobe. I finally obtained the last piece. Ah, so he was careful, making sure to take his time over these 6 years so that Mama wouldn't find out. Also, right now, Don and Gilda are working on making a new rope for us. With what? The extra bed sheets. Now that Mama already knows our secrets, we have nothing to hide. I had Don swipe a few for us. I'm also working on the other details we have to work out for you to successfully lay low after your escape. I'll let you in on the details later on. Thanks. In either case, what's important is that you make your disappearance tomorrow. After that, we'll carry out the escape mission as soon as Emma's leg heals. Got it. We won't let Norman die, thinks Emma. Let's all escape this place together. And they all grab each other's hands. Listen up, children. We've got fantastic news, says Isabella. We found Norman a lovely couple willing to adopt him. This is all very sudden, but he'll be leaving us tomorrow night. Huh? Tomorrow? Congratulations, Norman. He's leaving us, says Phil, and he's the only one that doesn't look super shocked. I mean, he's kind of shocked, I guess. What? Hey, careful. The one girl dropped her plate, and we have the cute braid girl trying to pick up the pieces. It's just so sudden. We'll really miss him. And the one kid still looks like he's nervous and sweating a lot. I wonder if some of the kids have figured this out. But he'll still be here tomorrow morning. And the one little kid's trying to comfort one of them, crying, Congratulations, congrats. Let's play together lots tomorrow. Come on, Cherry. And the one is crying as the one's trying to drag her. Congrats. And she's just bawling. Thank you, everyone. And he's hugging their little siblings. And Ray just looks so pissed as Isabella's looking at him smug. And of course Don looks indignant because he's still... I love the complex emotions of him still being upset that this is all a lie, and at the grander scheme of things, whereas Ray is just entirely pissed and vengeful that his plan, his one goal, didn't work out. And we have the worry on Gilda's face as well. And all the emotion, or all the faces, are so expressive in the art. Now, children, it's time for dinner. Thank God we've come up with a way to save Norman, as long as our plan goes well. And then she stabs the sausage. I'll heal as quickly as possible. I'll do it, and we'll definitely escape, including Norman too. We have Norman sitting on his bed. He goes and looks in the drawer. And he pulls out the pen. Oh, he found the message. Oh shit. And there's a package with it, or is that the thing? Yeah, it looks like she left some kind of package with it too. What is this? He pulls out the pen. The next morning was no different than any other day. Oh, I want to know what it is. Thank you for the meal. I love Crone so much. We ate the food. Took our daily test. And lived our lives as happy members of a peaceful orphanage. Everything and everyone was as usual. Our siblings, Mama, us. Don't worry, everything will go as planned, says Ray. And then Norman disappeared. Die to live. That was a really... Every chapter's good, but that was a really, really good one. And now we have Lying Low Part 2 in Chapter 29. Let me get a sip of water, though. I'm so excited for this. Alright. I'm going to take a quick jump cut just to make sure that this is saved so far. Alright, let's continue on with Chapter 29, Lying Low Part 2. And this is the 4th chapter. I'm actually blowing through these this time around. But I'm not going to do an extra one or two because, like I said, we have another 2 videos coming next time. And my battery is admittedly really low. So we have Lying Low Part 2. No matter what happens, we'll be fine. Jeez, I just spit. Sorry. No matter what happens, we'll be fine as long as the 3 of us combine our forces. And we have the 3 of their hands together with Gracefield House number 5 in the background. Alright. And of course, there's probably a lot of things, since I'm doing this as a read-through, there's probably a few things that I miss here and there, or a few really key, small details that are hints for the future that I think most people their first read-through would pass over. But I will go back sometime when I have some time and really want to, and reread the chapters that I've already read maybe a few times, just to see if I pick anything new up to continue with in the future. So yeah, starting with Chapter 29, we have Friday, November 3rd, 1:08 p.m. Their destined plan begins to roll into motion. Pretend to escape and disappear. Norman, don't worry, everything will definitely work out. Alright, and he's holding the device that was made for him. He goes to the fence. This is the new rope. I'm sorry, this is all we can do to help you. We have Gilda and Don. Thank you, Don and Gilda. And then he makes it to the wall. Look, Norman, the trees are taller than the wall. Perhaps it's so that the wall would be hidden to us by the trees. Works perfectly for us. And he climbs up one of the trees. With this, we'll be able to climb. First, you've got to... And we have him kick off. Make your way up. And he climbs up the wall. Makes it to the top. And looks over. I wonder what we're going to see in the outside world. Man, the look on his face, it's so good. And then Emma standing there with her crutches. Huh? What's up? He's not here. And we have Emma's facial expression. Norman's not here, says Isabella. It's no use. The signal should be completely gone by now. Mama's convinced that Norman wouldn't run away because... I kind of hope we get an explanation of that device and it's not just like magic technology. I hope there's like an actual reason it worked the way it did. But either way, Mama's convinced that Norman wouldn't run away because I have a broken leg. But Norman won't be returning, and she smiles. Wait till you see the evidence to what experience. Wait till you see the evidence to experience what true panic feels like. Everyone, go back inside for now. Search all you want. You'll never find Norman. We'll make sure to keep him perfectly hidden. We won't let you ship him out. And Isabella still has this fake smile on, and Emma looks upset. She looks over at Ray. Ooh. Oh man, did Norman come back? Was it too much in the outside world? And Isabella looks over at him. Ray, Don, and Gilda look back, and Emma looks horrified. I bet he came back because the world was too... like he saw how bad the security was outside. Or maybe Isabella even made sure security was heavy outside because she knew the day was coming. And he's just giving himself up because of the futility. Or maybe it has something to do with Crone's letter. What? And then Norman's walking back. Woohoo, Norman! And he greets all the kids. Why? No, why? And Emma, Don, Gilda, and Ray are all breaking down. Why did you come back? Norman. You bastard, what were you thinking? Says Ray, confronting him. You'll die if you stay here any longer. Get out of here this instant and hide yourself. I refuse. I have no intention of doing so. What? More importantly, listen to me. We have no time. I have to give you a quick report of my investigation. The wall was a cliff. What? The other side of that wall, that depth, was definitely not something we could figure a way around. What? A cliff? Yeah. Sister Crone wasn't lying, but the demons weren't taking us lightly either. How's the security? Pretty sure they don't even do rounds. Oh, so yeah, she didn't lie, but there's just this huge chasm. Man, that is so sad when they hit something like that. So instead of crossing the wall, I just ran across the wall to see where it would take me. When I finally arrived at a corner, I found what was another wall that split the corner in two. Each side was at roughly a 60-degree angle. The other side of the corner was, of course, still a cliff. When I understood I was dead in the middle of the corner, when I stood dead in the middle of the corner, what I saw was pretty much completely symmetrical view. Thanks to Ray, that didn't really throw me off. Here's a visual representation of how I speculate this entire area to look like. Okay, so now we have what the Gracefield house really looks like. Man. And it's interesting that they can't see any of the other houses. Wow. The plantations are adjacent to each other with a thick... well, there has to be a bridge somewhere. The plantations are adjacent to each other with a thick wall in between. Okay. I always thought the area they were in was circular shaped. Okay. Listen to each other with a thick wall in between. This section directly west of the third plantation we're currently... oh, they're in Plantation 3. Sorry, I said 5 last time. This section directly west of the third plantation we're currently located is probably where the HQ is located. Alright? The reason why I say this is because although each edge is surrounded by an incredibly steep cliff, I was able to spot a bridge connecting to the other side on the edge of just this segment of the structure. Okay. If you all plan to escape, do it through here. So I'll have to go through HQ in order to escape. Norman, Mama's calling, and we have the kids coming in. Tell her I'm on my way. And he puts on his jacket, packs his things, or packs an empty bag. You can have this back, says Norman, handing the machine over to Ray. I haven't used it, so it's still usable. Use it when it's your turn to escape this place. I haven't used it, he thinks. Do you mean you had intended on returning here from the very beginning? That's right. The cliff has nothing to do with your return. You could have told us all this information later on, while you were supposed to be in hiding. Why? You promised us. You said that you would live with us, so why? Oh, it must have been something in the letter. I mean, that's the only variable left. Okay. That or he didn't want to take chances with them, but it's probably something to do with the letter that's in the pen. Sorry, I'm just trying to take in all this information. It's a lot at once. Okay. I know. Sorry, but I lied. I can't afford to make any mistakes. I need to make sure that everyone else will survive. If I ran first, my plans would have been ruined. Escape after that would, no doubt, become a lot harder. Even a little more additional security has the ability to majorly get in the way of our plans, and so I don't want to risk becoming the cause of that. No matter what you tell me, it'll all be in vain. My decision will not change. I've accomplished everything I could within my abilities today. I'll leave the rest up to you. Please make sure the escape is a success. And it's crazy how he just isn't getting emotional at all, and he hugs both of them. So warm, he says. Man, try not to tear up myself. Thank you for everything up to now. Thanks to you two, I was able to thoroughly enjoy my life. I had so much fun. I was so happy. I felt so loved. Damn it. God damn it. God damn it. And Ray is breaking down. Hey, Norman, you still have time to change your mind, you know, says Emma, tearing up. Go hide in the forest now so that you can run away with us later. I won't change my mind. I've already told you. Well then, I'll be off. And he leaves them. They're both so naive. Ray seems to be the logical type, but he completely believed I would keep my promise. Give up on bringing everybody. Emma still hasn't realized that Ray's no problems refer to situations where only 5 of us will be escaping. I want you to be part of our everybody, Norman. The world isn't nice enough to let us have everything we want. I don't want to let those 2 die, and I don't want to make Emma leave people behind either. We won't leave a single person behind. It's a dreamlike ideal, which is why everybody ends up giving up on the idea, but that's precisely why. I want to be the one to break this standard. This is why I will refuse to give in to pressure. Sorry for the wait, Mama. And he smiles at her, and he walks away, all by himself. This is why I've chosen death. No problem. Now, shall we go, Norman? So, I don't know. I don't know. If he isn't going to give up on this, I wonder what his final plan will be. Man, I want to read more, but I just do not have the battery life. Oh well, I'll end this here. The next read through might come early. I know what I said about 2 chapters next time, but I might 2 videos next time, but I might do the 2 chapter video next week, along with the Beastars read through. I might do 2 chapters then, and then 5 chapters the next week. But my plan still is to keep those parts together when there's a chapter that's multiple parts. But either way, that's it. I loved these 4. I love the series. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like it. Comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these 4 chapters. What you thought of my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more. The Promised Neverland, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there on channel or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, then just ask and I'll give you a link. It's free and open for anyone. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.